Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Invest. Today I want to share a few topics with you, and we can begin with the billionaire investor Mike Novogratz. He believes that the institutional money will be coming to Bitcoin soon, and he also have a short-term target for Bitcoin at $10,000 per Bitcoin. So we can take a look at this in more details. We also have some news from the CME group. It looks like Bitcoin future trading could begin as soon as December. And last, I do want to talk about information regarding to China banning Bitcoin minings. So let's take a look at a few articles to see what is going on. Before I start, I do want to say that this is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice. So first, I do want to take a look at this article from the Cointelegraph. So Mike Novogratz, you may have known him from famously buying and selling Ethereum. He bought Ethereum at a pretty cheap price last year and make a fortune selling Ethereum. He is someone that has been in investment for many years. He was the former partner of Goldman Sachs, and then after that he became the fund manager of Fortress, which is a hedge fund company. And now he is in crypto, trying to running his own fund in crypto, holding Ethereum, Bitcoin, and a few other cryptocurrencies. So based on his experience and based on his circle of influencers, I would say, he think that the money from big institution is coming to Bitcoin sooner than you think. He says when it's that easy, the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum is going much higher, and that is a lot closer than people think. The institutionalization of this space is coming pretty quick. And with that, he provide a $10,000 target for Bitcoin by March of next year. So within 4 months, he think Bitcoin will get there. And the basis of the price target that he provided was established by several indicators, including the Metcalfe's law. And if you are not familiar, the Metcalfe law states that the value of a telecommunication network is proportional to the square number of connected users of the systems. So on the right hand side, they give an example of telephones. So if you have 2 telephones, you can only make 1 connection. You can only call the other person, and the other person can only call you. If you have 5 telephones, you can make 10 connections because you can call each other. And eventually, if you have 12 telephones, you can make 66 connections because you can all call each other. So based on that, one of the basis of his prediction is the fact that based on how many people are using Bitcoin, the more people using Bitcoin, the more valuable the Bitcoin network will have. And that will lead you to the evaluation that you have at $10,000 by March of next year. And I think part of the reason why he's so bullish too, because the fact that CME trading for Bitcoin future could begin as early as December. This is really good news. I know a lot of people, including myself, was a little skeptical of the end of the 2017 deadline for CME, because it's a lot of work to put together a trading exchange for Bitcoin futures. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of hurdles you have to go through. But all of this will be possible if they have already started a few months back before they make the announcement. And the CME future are expected to bring a lot of institutional money into this space, because like I said before, future will be a good way for the institution investors to hedge against downfall when they invest in something like Bitcoin. And I do think that he's right, because I do think that Bitcoin has a potential to reach $10,000 soon based on all the good news that coming out the last couple of months. But this article from Reuters saying that during the latest pullback over the weekend, so just yesterday or day before that, Mike Novogratz says he bought 15 million to 20 million worth of Bitcoins. So he also just bought a whole lot of Bitcoins. So of course he is going to say that Bitcoin is doing well and good news are coming to Bitcoin. And I hope he's right. I definitely do so, because I do believe in Bitcoin, and I do want to see Bitcoin at $10,000 soon. That is seen from a lot of people as a very strong level, that once Bitcoin passed 10,000, we will see exponential growth of Bitcoin. And now that Terran Duffy, who is the CEO of CME Group, has said that the derivative exchange operator, they could be seeing Bitcoin futures product completed and ready for people to trade as early as December. So that's a very good news. But with this news, I do want to caution everyone one thing. Currently, we don't have an effective way to short Bitcoin. Shorting is when you borrow money and you sell them at a high price, and then you wait for the market to drop and you buy them back at a lower price, and then you return the Bitcoin back to where you borrow it from, and then you keep the difference. So essentially, traditionally, you buy low, sell high. When you short something, you sell high, buy lower. Now, basically, currently, you don't have a lot of ways to short Bitcoin. And I'm not going to go over one of the ways to short Bitcoin here, because it's really just a gambling method. But I do want to go over the 3 legitimate ways to short Bitcoin at the moment, just to show you that it's not easy at the moment to short Bitcoin. So one way to do that is you can short the Bitcoin investment trust. However, this particular instrument, the Bitcoin investment trust, I trade over the counter market rather than major exchange. So many major online brokers don't allow it to be short, so short. So that's not an option for you in most cases. Now, another option for you is to do margin trading. So margin trading is when you leverage a position using borrowed money, and some exchange allow you to short Bitcoin using this method. But a quick look at Bittrex does not allow margin trading, so Bittrex doesn't have an option for you to short Bitcoin. But if you move over to Bitfinex does allow margin trading, but you will be subject to an interest rate of 12 to 13%, which is quite steep. And also, margin trading is dangerous in this kind of market, because it moves so much and moves so wildly. When you margin trade, you are leverage your position, say a 10-to-1 leverage, meaning you can short 10 Bitcoin with just 1 Bitcoin, but every single Satoshi move against you is 10 Satoshi deducted from your account. So you can get a margin call, and that is not fun. I has been a recipient of margin calls, not in cryptocurrencies, but in forex trading before. So if you do want to learn more about margin trading, leave me a comment if you want me to make a video about margin trading to explain to you how it works. But overall, this is not a very convenient way and a very dangerous and expensive way to short Bitcoin, which a lot of people don't use this method at the moment. However, when CME Group open up the Bitcoin future trading floor, then that's a very effective way to short Bitcoin. So long story short, Bitcoin future trading floor is happening regardless if you like it or not, and it is, I think, overall really good for Bitcoin adoption and Bitcoin price. But it does have a dark side. It does provide the short seller, the bears, with more ammunitions against the bull when it comes time to trading. The one thing I do want to point out here is that the CEO of CME Group, Terry Duffy, he suggested that CME would move to hard trading in the event of significant swings, and that existing rules would be called upon in the event of a catastrophic price decline, which is really good because if you remember, this is going to prevent flash crash from happening. Things like Ethereum and GIAO when it fall to 10 cents because of a flash crash. So this is going to prevent that, and this is a pretty standard rule in a traditional trading market. So in the stock market in the USA, for example, there is a 30% circuit breaker rule, meaning that if the market fell 30%, all trading going to halt until further notice. And that is to protect the customer. And in cryptocurrency, we don't really have anything like that at the moment, and it's kind of dangerous because someone can fat finger a transactions, and it's gonna cause the whole market to drop significantly. And if you have a stop sell, your stop position will be taken out just to see the market recover a minute after. So this is something that you definitely want, and I'm glad to see that he is thinking about it. Alright, moving on to this news here. China banned Bitcoin mining, question mark. So there has been some rumors going around the last couple of days about China banning Bitcoin minings, and it's got some people to panic, I would say, because this is really good news. This is not good news, I'm sorry. This is a very big news if it's actually true, because it's gonna affect quite a bit. China does control a lot of mining power at the moment, and without China, everything will change. And not only that, if China moved to stop mining the way they moved to stop ICO and the way that they stop trading on Chinese exchanges, that's gonna have significant impact on the confirmation of transaction, because a lot of the mining power are coming out from China. This whole thing started from this notice right here in Chinese, and what it translates to is, and I don't speak Chinese, so I apologize if I say it incorrectly. Someone translated to immediately stop supply power to Bitcoin mining businesses upon receiving this notice. So that of course sent a shockwave to a lot of people, a lot of speculation as to why Jihan Wu he was not at some conference in Hong Kong. They think that this has to do with him trying to figure out what's going on, and everyone is just in the dark, and there wasn't a lot of information. However, the CoinDesk just published an article earlier today, and basically it is saying that according to the Chinese business publication Caixin, the local executives from the county branch confirmed the authenticity of the report, but clarified that it is only an internal memo and some of the phrases was drafted incorrectly. It's also important to note that the documents come from a county branch instead of a statewide level, thus diminishing the weight it might carry. So, couple things here. It is true that I have heard before that anything that issued from the local county branch of the government even is not something that representative of the statewide announcement. So basically, if China wants to ban mining, the notice will become from the higher authority, from the a State Bank of China, for example, when the announcement that all ICO must be stopped. So that's what happened. And second, it looks like the publications say that the item that you saw here, the notice, is correct, is authentic. However, it's just issued from a local branch, not the statewide branch, and some of the wording that they use may not be correct either. So there is no banning of Bitcoin mining that they know of at the moment. This has to do with, according to the firm, they clarified that some of the small generators in the regions may have violated agreements that prioritize electrical supplies for local residents before businesses such as Bitcoin mines. So it looks like the rules in some of the area is that the power generator have to be able to supply enough power to that region before they can supply power to businesses such as Bitcoin mining businesses. So from what I can see, nothing to be worried about. There's no official ban of Bitcoin mining in China, but this is the latest that I have. I don't have insight to a lot of the data, and a lot of the source documents are in Chinese. So if you are or you understand Chinese, or you have information that you would like to share with everyone on this channel, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. And with that, I would like to say thank you for watching this video. If you like the content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And with that, thank you again, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.